Hey guys, I hope you're all well. Today we will start to see a new story called The Son of Goku is the New King of Demons. Vados finally revealed her love for Goku, and now she wants to have a child with the most powerful Saiyan. But a great consequence will happen and a new Demon King will be born, and you will see it now. But before we start watching this amazing video, you shouldn't forget to hit the like button and comment on the story. Well, if you've already done that, then grab your popcorn bucket and your soda and let's follow this new story. In another world. In another world, in a dimension completely different from the dimension where Goku lives with his friends, it was possible to see a landscape completely taken by chaos and flames, possessing an exuberant vegetation of red colors. And that world in question was the world where all the demons inhabit in a dimension that has been sealed long ago by beings opposite to them, the angels, together with the Kaioshians. This was the demon world, and there it was possible to see a huge castle similar to those of the Middle Ages, and that was a castle of the current demon king, Mechikabura, who already had an appearance of a very old man, and in the demon world, he is also known as the elder to younger demons. Mechikabura was inside the castle, more precisely in the throne room, where he was sitting on his throne, bathed in gold with red jewels, studded, and in front of him were two of his subordinates, Towa and Mira. Both demons like him who had gifts, fantastic things that could be of great use to the Demon King. Towa said, "What is the reason you have summoned us, Master Mechikabura?" asked the servant of the Demon King, keeping kneeling on the ground with her head down, with Mira both showing respect to their king who was in front of the two. Mechikabura said, "Quite simply, my dear Towa, I finally found a way to break the seal of our world, and finally free us from this dimension once and for all," said the Demon King as he looked at his two servants, who soon raised their heads because of the surprise they got. Mira said, "Is this possible, my king? I thought that only angels could accomplish such a feat, and none of them would join us. So how is that possible?" asked the demon Mira, who looked at her king, who now soon snapped his fingers and the demon came out of the shadows, this being Mikio, who had in his hands a sphere where the fish of the sixth universe was. Mechikabura said, "I present to you one of my demons, who have the ability to travel between dimensions and leave the demon world. But as we are sealed in this world, Mikio's power is very low, where he is outside our world," speaking of the Demon King while looking at his two subordinates. Mira spoke, "So he will be the one to set us free by breaking the seal that was placed on our world?" Mira asked while looking at her king, who soon started to explain. Mechikabura spoke, "No. Mikio will not be responsible for breaking the seal on our world. However, he was responsible for implanting the idea of having a baby in the head of one of the angels, known as Vados, the Anja of Universe 6. So could you finish explaining to all of us his results with his Mikio mission?" The Demon King said while looking at his other servant who was beside him. Mikio spoke, "But of course, Your Majesty. During the time I was looking for a way to break the seal and set our world free, I ended up finding a good way to do this. For me, it would not be necessary for me to fight anyone. In reality, I would only need one little persuasion and manipulation, and thus made Vados want to have a child with a mortal named Goku," said the demon while looking at his Mechikabura. While Towa and Mira, Mechikabura's two servants, were already on their feet by orders of their king. Towa said, "But why would an Anja, who is a being of extreme power, being the strongest in her universe, want to have a child with a mortal? And why would she have a child soon with a mortal?" the woman asked as she looked at Mikio, who soon started talking. Mikio said, "Simple, my friend. Vados the Anja, responsible for taking care of the sixth universe, began to fall in love with a mortal named Son Goku. And after seeing her see Goku fight several times and never giving up on her goals, she ended up really falling in love with him. And I, knowing that I put the idea of her having a child with this mortal because he is already married and would not betray his wife to be with her. So a child would be a way for her to be close to her beloved," said the demon Mikio, explaining why Vados, an angel, wanted to have a child with a mortal. Mira said, "That idea you put in Vados' head to have a child was brilliant. There's just one thing I still don't understand. Why did she choose this mortal named Son Goku? And how will this child help us?" Mechikabura said, "That's a good question, Mira. One I look forward to finding out, because I know this angel wouldn't fall in love with just any mortal. So who is this Son Goku, Mikio?" said the Demon King as he looked at Mikio at his side, who only gave a small smile before speaking. Mikio spoke, Simple, your majesty. Son Goku is a mortal who belongs to the Saiyan race, a warrior race that has incredible gifts of evolution, having enormous potential that can reach the level of a god of destruction or even be superior to a Akaishin, said the demon Mikio while looking at the other individuals at that location who were surprised by the Saiyan's potential. Towa said, "Amazing. Having this child by our side, for sure we could leave this world and finally conquer all the universes and kill those damn angels that sealed us," said the woman, admired by the strength that Son Goku boasted, and also in a tone of anger in his last words, because from the hatred she felt towards the angels. Mikio said, "Yes, but that's not all that Goku can do. Saiyan Son Goku was one of the first, if not the first mortals to be able to master the power of Ultra Instinct, a power that only angels have the ability to master, and even the gods of destruction could not master this technique 100%. But Son Goku succeeded, and that also contributed to Vados liking Goku even more," said the demon Mikio, while looking at the others present at the place who were in shock that a mortal had the ability to master Ultra Instinct in its full phase. Mechikabura spoke. "Is that possible? A mere mortal had the ability to not only use the power of Ultra Instinct and dominate it in its full form?" The Demon King spoke in a higher tone because of his euphoria upon receiving such information. Mikio said, "Yes, your majesty. Even Son Goku, being a mere mortal, was able to perform incredible feats, and not only he, but other mortals showed great powers in such a tournament of power, where the strongest fighters of each universe would be, and would face each other to show what the strongest universe that deserved to continue to exist, and only some of the two universes did not participate, as their universes had higher levels of mortals than the others." Mikio spoke while looking at their king, and at Towa and Mira, who were still in shock upon receiving such an unbelievable information. Towa said, "That means that if this Anja really has a child with this mortal named Son Goku, the child born from this union will have a power superior to all the gods of destruction, and even the angels being able to perhaps face the Daishinkan, the high priest, and whoever even knows how to beat him," said Towa, after analyzing all that information he had received and realized that demons may have gotten their hands on a real diamond in the rough. Mira said, "A tournament that brought together several universes in one place? If you were there, could you gather enough energy to break our Mikio seal?" Mikio said, "Absolutely, but unfortunately it cannot interfere in this matter, because if I tried, I would definitely be killed by Zeno-sama or the High Priest," said the demon while looking at Mira, who just clicked her tongue. Mira thought, "I've been trapped in this world for centuries, and I can't have a decent battle with any of these mediocre demons. If I were in this tournament, I could face opponents really worthy of a battle, and I could still gather enough energy to break the seal of the world from demons and deliver all my people. Son Goku, you don't know how much I envy you for being able to participate in a tournament like this," Mira thought as she imagined herself facing Goku, who could make him fight for real. Mechikabura said, "Really splendid. The son of the most powerful mortal that exists with one of the strongest angels that exist. When the child is born, Mikio, you would take Towa for her to teach him and corrupt him and bring him to our side. It should not be very difficult considering that Saiyans are evil beings, driven by their thirst for intense battles, that even led them to death," said the Demon King while looking at Mikio and Towa, who didn't understand why she was chosen by being king. Towa said, "Your Majesty, not questioning your choice. But why soon I have to teach this child and also corrupt him?" asked the woman as she looked at her king, who gave a few laughs. Mechikabura said, "Simple, my dear servant Towa. You are a true beauty among the female demons, and therefore you will not only corrupt and train this child, but make him fall in love with you. Because love is one of the strongest bonds that exists among mortals, and if this hybrid boy falls in love with you, he will never betray us. And who knows, he might even become the next king of demons, and with that you, the queen of demons," spoke the Demon King while looking at his servant, who soon became embarrassed but disgusted. Towa said, "If that's what your majesty wants, then I'll do it," said the woman before kneeling down before her king, who just had a victorious smile on her face. We've reached the end of yet another video today, so for those of you who like the content of this channel, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave your comment, which is very important for the channel. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.